What's up, guys? What up? What up? What up? What is going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? Hold on, let me put the link out real quick for the stream.
I'd like you to imagine this version of you.
There we go. All right, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Thursday, right? Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly just run through my thoughts, comments, and concerns on the market right now. Okay. So, yeah, so pretty much we came, all right, so we had the Tuesday high initially, right? The Tuesday high of week. And I was fully expecting that to hold, and then for that to be like, you know, high of the week, and then, you know, we go lower. And what ended up happening was, of course, we went lower through Tuesday. Wednesday was unable to get through Tuesday's low, right? And that's where it kind of all went wrong. It pretty much refused to go through Tuesday's low. Thursday opens up, and you guys saw what happened today, right? We just had like pretty much a slow grind all the way up, and then this big news for at 1 p.m., which was Trump, and yeah, it never came back down after that. So yeah, pretty much kind of, you know, the weekly profile for the week was Tuesday high of the week. Now that's going to be invalid, right? We're obviously looking to possibly go through, but I think one important thing to note here is definitely going to be this daily Wixie here, which has now gotten a really nice rejection, right? We've gotten a real nice rejection here at this daily Wixie. So it's entirely possible that this, you know, kind of maybe potentially puts in a high here and then, you know, goes lower. I just think that this move here, I always base it off of the previous candle, right? Like the easiest way to determine bias is by basing it off the previous daily candle and the closure that we had. And this daily right here, you guys can see we had a closure above the previous day high, right? Like a strong closure above the previous day high, which is really one of the main things that makes me bullish into today. Only thing is, obviously, we don't have a lower wick here on this daily, okay? We have no lower wick on this daily, which means that we need to come through this low, and we need to take the current daily low, right? And only then could we maybe look for a long. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of hands off today. I was gonna trade the New York session. I stayed away because, quite frankly, it was just not really worth it. So, you know, here we are. Maybe we get a trade here tonight, but I'm trying to be pretty risk off through the end of the week here. I have two TPT accounts, the accounts that I started with you guys, that are deep into profit. They're both over $1,500 each. So, you know, that's $1,500 each payout, by the way. So the balances are over 53K. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm not coming into this session anticipating a trade. If we get a trade, cool, but I'm not really anticipating one. Yeah, so going lower into like the 4-hour time frame here, by the way, guys, one thing that I'm seeing here in the on the 4-hour time frame, you guys see this 4-hour gap? So this 4-hour gap we had delivery out of right here, okay, on Wednesday 10 a.m. We had delivery out of this 4-hour gap at Wednesday 10 a.m. And obviously Wednesday 10 a.m. we went lower, but it could not get through the low. So because it couldn't get through the low, it like makes me think that we are gonna fully inverse this to the upside at some point, right? Now that we're getting delivery through it again, and this time the delivery is super, super strong. So yeah, I mean, that alone right there, just the 4-hour, between just the daily and the 4-hour, is a pretty good explanation as to why I'm going to be definitely leaning more towards a long bias here today. Okay. Good long areas. Hourly gap right here. Like first and foremost, hourly gap. Beautiful, beautiful, nice long area. Let me put a... Boom. Put an alert there at like 445, which is the daily low. Anyways, yeah, so definitely looking for some upside. I think this daily or this hourly gap could be a solid area for some upside. So that's kind of where I would like to see this thing go, and then I'd like to get longs out of that. Other than that, I don't really see much else. I don't like a long inside of this range. Needs to get through the current daily low, and then I look for long. So once we get through the daily low, we'll look for some nice longs. I'm sure we can probably grab some, as long as this is respecting price action. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to long right now. This should go to previous day, or sorry, not previous day. Fuck, current daily low is where I think it should go. So safer longs are going to be from there. Like the safest longs we can take here are going to be from the current daily low. All right. Once we see that, I'm all aboard the long train right now. I am not all aboard the long train. I will be waiting. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's not, we don't have to go a lot lower here for me to get my long entries. Like just a little bit. Daily low, get through daily low into hourly gap, and that's it. We can long from there. But that's like pretty much definitely what I need to see. Definitely need to see that. We'll see. This 4 hour is going to close super heavy, like insanely heavy closure here. As long as this closes somewhat like this, or if it closes red, it's going to be a heavy closure. So even longing, we're going to have to be a little careful. But you know, whatever. I'm willing to give it a shot just because the overall higher time frame is pretty bullish. The lower hourly gap, it's going to be this hourly gap right here, bro. The immediate hourly gap. That's where I would first look for my longs. This, I don't think it goes there. If it goes there, it's probably just bearish. So I'd like to see it bounce here at this one and then up from there. Nice sweater. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Any levels? Let me see. Yeah, we're going to have some levels here. Okay, 397. 397. 366 right here, like 365, 366. This is solid too. So 397, 366, both pretty solid. And then there's going to be one final one a little bit lower, which is 335, which I don't like as much, but it's okay as well. So these three levels I like. These are the three levels that I like. If we can get those, I would be looking for long somewhere in that area, ideally. All right. Keep referring to daily low. What's the daily low? It's the current daily low. Like, what do you mean? It's the daily low. Is that not like kind of self-explanatory? Daily low? I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Indicator on the right for the candles right here. ICT ACF candles by Fadi. Why those specifically? I just like these levels, dude. I like these levels. Use higher time frame and lower time frame MMXM STVD to find your levels. No. What the fuck is that? I took a sell model anticipating hourly gap with reduced risk. Do you think is a bad idea or valid? I mean, it depends on where you got in from. Like, I think the best entry here was probably this 5-minute inverse up here. It was perfect. 5-minute inverse was nice. That was a really, really solid looking entry. So, if you got your entry somewhere over there, then yeah. Anywhere else, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We might get a 15-minute and 1 minute, 15 to 1 minute here, possibly. This 15 minutes about to close in 30 seconds, so the next one could go up into this 15-minute gap, and then we could get a short from there, maybe. Let's see. What can you explain about Gamma? I can't. I don't use it. I do not use Gamma. What's good, bro? What's good? What's good? Will, stop being weird in my chat. All right, here's the next 15-minute, guys. New 15-minute candle. Let's see what it does. Can you show the daily low you're talking about? Some of us, bro. Yo, listen. What do you guys think a daily low is? Listen, I understand like having to explain things to you guys, but what do you think a daily low would be? Right? Like, what do you think that could possibly be referring to? 15-minute right there. 15-minute right there. The low of the day. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I feel like that took like a maximum of maybe 5 seconds of thought, right? Maybe that. But yeah, the daily low, the current daily low, which is the low of the current day. The low of day, whatever that might be. So like the daily opened right here, right? So the daily opens at 6 p.m., right? Right here. So this would be the daily low. This would be the current daily low. It's right here. Remember when I asked when is midnight open? Yes, dude, I do remember. Weekly FVG and daily CIs, did you see it? I did see it. Only reason I don't really care for it is because you can see right here, we already had delivery. So on the week of May 18th, we already had delivery from this weekly fair value gap. So you guys know that if we already had delivery from a specific PDRA into a new high or a new low, I don't take that same PDRA again. Like, you know, we can get another sell model out of it or a buy model out of it, but I won't take it. So yeah, we do have a daily change in state of delivery coming out of this weekly, which, you know, obviously 4-hour change in state of delivery is going to be the one that you need for a weekly FVG, right? Not a daily. So if we have a weekly FVG, where would the 4-hour change in state of delivery be? The 4-hour change in state of delivery would be up here. So we technically don't have a 4-hour change in state yet, but even if we were to get one, like I said, I probably wouldn't be too keen on taking that trade just because we already had delivery out of it. So yeah, that's where I stand with that. Like my reasoning for longing here is completely separate from that weekly FVG. Like I don't care for that weekly FVG at all. You know, my reasoning for longing here is just like me even if I was to get a long here, it wouldn't be like a super high probability long. If I take it, it would be with super small size, because I'm not a big fan of how this looks right now. So still sitting inside of this 15-minute bearish gap. It's not really doing much. Let's see. I'm definitely not a fan of longing yet. I need to see the low get taken first. Once the low gets taken, I'm perfectly content with longs, but as it sits right now, I wouldn't want a long. Even if, like, you know, we could inverse this 15-minute here because we only have 10 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. We could inverse this. I still wouldn't want to long this. Would you consider waiting from 10 p.m. or take 1 minute CSD? I wouldn't take anything inside of this range. If we, like, look, if we stay inside of this range, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. From what time to what time is Asia? I want to mark the low and high of Asia. It's 8 p.m. to 12. 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. 8 p.m. to midnight. Is audio cutting out? No, it shouldn't be. What's up, Meanie Mon? Past 2 evals today? Hell yeah, let's go. The DAC has been giving huge moves. Some 1-minute candles are 70 points. Yeah, it very much has. The daily ranges right now are like 400 to 500 points easily. I mean, look at this is just Asia, right? From the high to like this low right here is 181 points. From all the way to the low to the high, we are at 202 points already. What's the daily range for the day? So from the low to the high, 1,200 points. 1,200 points. Yeah, kind of crazy. ES already took the low. Yeah, that's fine. I need NQ to take it too. Bias. I need the low to get taken here, and then I'll be bullish after that. That's my bias. I just took a payout from a 50K. I wanted to look into scaling more accounts. Should I stick with 50Ks or try to work with bigger accounts? Lucid if it matters. Yeah, it doesn't matter what firm, but so if I've already gotten payouts using one particular size account, that means you have a system that works, right? So you have a system, especially in terms of risk. That's the most important thing. Like how many contracts to put on, how much to risk. You have a system and you have it pretty down packed if you've gotten payouts. So, you know, one thing that you have to account for is that when you switch from 50K to 150K, you're going to have to relearn the risk management for a 150K account, right? You can't use the same sizing that you use on a 50. So personally, I think that there's nothing wrong with 50s. I use 50s myself. I don't use any 150s. I don't use 25. I don't use anything. I just use 50K accounts when I'm trading with props. So, you know, I personally think that there's no reason for you to switch off of it. If you want to like go give the 150s a shot and like try sizing up, you can, but yeah, I mean, personally, dude, I just stick to the 50s. I got a full month of payouts, or a month full of payouts, but now I've been failing evals 2 months straight. Do you think it's just mental? It's 100% mental. And the reason I know why is because you already have proof of concept of your system working because you've gotten payouts. So that means that your system works, and that the only thing, as long as you don't change your system, that would set you back is yourself, right? That would be the only variable that changes is your psychology. So that's going to be what it is. Also, you know, you have to be able to adapt to the market, right? So, you know, 2 months ago, the market looked completely different than what it does right now. A month ago, the market looked completely and traded completely differently than what it does right now. So it's important to be able to adapt to the market, because if you can't adapt, you will get left behind. So, you know, obviously we have a much larger range now, right? Day by day, we're doing average 1,000 points a day right now. Okay, so it's not an easy range to trade by any means, and it can get pretty choppy too at times. Bias is sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit, you know? Like that guy, I forget who said that, but yeah, so, you know, personally, I think now is the time to just be on defense and size down, because when we actually start getting a move again, you can have some capital prepared, and, you know, you're not just running through fucking evals and fundeds and whatnot. What you eating? Some fruit, bro. I'm eating some fruit. I moved to micros recently since stop loss placements are a bit too much for my liking right now. Yeah, listen, if you're trading a $50,000 account, I don't think you should be risking minis in this range. Unless you're risking like 5-10 points, which is impossible, by the way. You should definitely be on micros. 100% be on micros. And if you're somebody that is struggling with this market and you're sized up, then the best thing for you to do to be able to properly adapt without like just blowing your account or, you know, going insane, the best thing you can do is size down into micros. Go like 2 micros, right? 1, 2, 3 micros. And I promise you, don't focus so much on the money, right? Because the money will come as you start adapting to this kind of market. You need to just, you need to get accustomed to trading a range like this, because a lot of you guys haven't traded a range that is this big, okay? So, you know, there's a ton of you guys who started trading this year or maybe like late last year. So you weren't here when like that whole big tariff news, you know, was making the market go berserk, and it was doing like fucking 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 points a day, right? This is the same thing. Like, we're moving 1,000+ points a day. A lot of you guys haven't never dealt with this. So the only way that you can learn to deal with this is either A, you go back in time, so you go back test days or times where the market was just as volatile as it is now, or, which the latter is what I would prefer, is you size down into micros, right? You trade 1 micro, 2 micros. You get used to how the range works. You get comfortable. Once you're comfortable, then you start putting on some more size, and then, you know, the money will pretty much just follow. But because of how big the range is, you can trade like 2 micros, 3 micros, and still make a shit ton of money, dude. A lot. If you guys are like accustomed to making, let's say, for example, $400 a day, $500 a day, you can make that shit like this on 3 micros right now because of how big the range is. It is not difficult. I've been training your model, added my own twist to it, and just got my second payout request, 4.5K off alpha. Big thanks. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah, Shahan. I have been seeing you, bro. That's fire, dude. Are you in premium, Shahan? You better be in fucking premium. You better join now. What does adapting to the new conditions look like for you? It's just getting comfortable trading this range. Like maybe your model, the model that you trade, isn't as effective, right? So adapting to the conditions would be making the necessary changes to your model so you're not getting absolutely fried. And a good example of that is my model, one of my models, right? Like FDT, which is my top and bottom ticking model, like these levels. Normally, I would limit this level with 10 points, 20 points of risk, and I would let it go. Now, 10 or 20 points is nothing to this range. So guess what? I have to now, I can't use 10, 20 points of risk anymore. I have completely changed my entry for that model. So I use a market order now instead of limiting, and I'll use rejection blocks to enter my trade. After this level has been hit, I'll look for a rejection block confirmation. That's something that I changed in my entry model to adapt to this market, right? Just one example. If there's 15-minute inverses, you're going to long. I mean, it's not a good long, dude. It's not a good long. Like, you could, right? You could if you wanted to totally long this, but I personally don't prefer this. Where do we retrace to get a good long? Under the daily open. So I have these 3 levels right here, which all 3 of these levels, by the way, would get erased if we get above the current daily high. So as long as we stay under this high, then these levels are valid, and this is where I would like to place the ideal longs from. How do you think SpaceX IPO will affect price tomorrow? I know just as much as you do, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I know just as much as you do. I don't think that it would be the best thing for the market. I think these valuations are a little insane, bro. Between Anthropic and SpaceX, like we're looking at like fucking almost $2 trillion, bro. That's wild. So I don't know. I'm not a buyer. I'm staying very far away from that SpaceX IPO. I'm not fucking buying that shit. No, I'm not looking for short. The only trade that I I would prefer to take here would be the long inside of here. It went well past, it broke straight through the area that I would have wanted to short at. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the short yet. Should I stop trading if I max out my payout? My Lucid Flex is sitting at 7K, but they will pay 2K max. Yeah, so get your payout and then meet the minimum days again and then request another fat payout. Yo, Ali, you're a clown, bro. You're mad funny, Ali. Oh my god. Yo, Ali, I hope you know you gave me a nice laugh this morning, bro. That shit was fucking hilarious. Any news about Apex Live account yet? I have no clue. I'm not live, so I don't know. Yasi, what's up? What's up? N-words be laughing when they do this. They do the same shit. Ali. Respectfully, Ali. I don't even know if you're profitable yet. And I don't even think you've been, if you are, I don't think you've been profitable for more than, I would say no more than like 2 to 3 months. Max. I was military today. It was ass. What prop firm is the best deal right now? I don't know. I think Alpha is 50% off. I think. I'm not sure. I think Alpha is 50% off though. It's been 6 months. Has it? Okay. All right. I'll let you slide, bro. I'll let you slide, Ellie. In my mind, it's been way, way less than that. 15 minutes CE. Chotch trend switch. What the fuck are you talking about, 9? What? Lucid. Oh, Lucid is 50%. Okay, so Alpha 50% off. Pretty good deal. Code key. Lucid 50% and TPT. Is TPT back to 40% or is it 30% still? I don't remember. Oh, Alpha's 25. Oh shit. Okay, so Alpha 25, Lucid 50, and TPT. Oh, back to 40. Okay, back to 40 then. All pretty solid deals. What's that badge besides my name? It means that you're the #1 chatter this stream, bro. Congratulations. You're the #1 chatter right now. You live stream past couple days? No, because CPI and PPI. I wouldn't do that if I wasn't profitable. That's lame. Yeah, exactly. Made 13K almost in the last 3 days. Nice, bro. Good job, Ali. I'm proud of you, bro. You come a long way. You know, I almost gave up on you, Ali. I almost gave up on you. But that's sick, bro. I'm proud of you. Good job. #1 yapper. Need Top Step 100% off deal. Top Step, bro. Yo, Top Step could be Top Step could be 90% off. Okay, I'm not gonna say 100% off because if it was 100% off, I'll take that shit all day. But Top Step could be like 90% off. I still probably wouldn't fucking trade that firm. That ass firm, dude. Trying to be more active in the den? No, you're not. Don't bullshit me, Ellie. Don't bullshit me. You're a little bullshitter. You haven't talked in here. Hold on. You know what? Let's check when the last time you talked was, right? In the den. We're gonna fact check you right now, buddy. I can't see. Fuck. How do you do the from thing in here again? From. Fuck. Did Discord, like, change their thing? Alright, whatever. You're lucky, bro. I'm sparing you, Ellie. I'm sparing you. Which one's you? Is this you? Yeah, this is you. I want to help out Sponge and the other guys. Bro, they're all active in here. Sponge talks in the fucking den every single day, buddy. 15-minute Wixie. What 15-minute Wixie are you guys seeing? Where are you guys seeing a 15-minute Wixie? What's wrong with Top Step? Is there something we need to worry about? It's nothing you need to worry about. It's just to ass firm because Lucid is just better. And I don't like fucking Michael Paddock. Michael Paddock Philippe. What's up, Shane? You too, bro. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5. I mean, I don't really give a fuck if the Knicks win or not, but... The top swing, 15-minute. This one... I would prefer the hourly, brev. Is it the same, though? No, it's not. Yeah, low-key, Hold on. Everybody, hold on. You guys know what I'm doing? My guys in premium, you guys know what I'm doing right now? Yeah, the 15-minute Wixie here lines up with Martingale. No, the 15-minute Wixie here does line up with one of our levels. Already drew it out. Nice. Like up the stream, everybody. Like up the stream. Everybody like up the stream. Yo, guys. Just so you guys know. All right. I had a degen stream last night in my Discord. So I had a stream last night for the premium Discord. It was pretty much like a degen stream. Actually, it started off as a normal stream, and then it ended up turning into a degen stream as the night went onwards. And so we had $80 of drawdown left on an account. Took it to $1,000. I was about to take a trade, and it would have gotten me to the payout threshold. And Blasky's dumbass pretty much made me blow the account because he's a fucking idiot. So it's Blasky's fault that we blew the account. I'm still mad at him for that. So, you know what? We're going to host another degen stream at some point. And then maybe we could take it to payout. Throw me in there. Funniest voice chat ever last night. It was pretty funny. Shout out to all my people that made that kept their mics unmuted. That was some great entertainment. You look at SMT between NQ and YM? Nah, I don't. Just NQ and ES, bro. Yo, I'm replaying that song again, guys. I fucked with that song a lot. Chad, yeah, bro. Chad is the GOAT. Chad is the GOAT. Is Chad in here? Yeah, Chad is goated, man. Oh, yo, Chad's in the library. I followed up with him. Wait, what did he say? What did you say, Lasky? Did he go to the library? Oh, dude, Chad. Are you buying in crypto? Nah. Yo, I don't touch crypto. Like, I don't do anything with crypto. It was great. You can't let girls distract you when you're in a trade. Dude, Blasky. Oh, my God. W, Chad. Dodgy tried touching Bitcoin in his Instagram account. Got taken it down a day later. Yeah. What's your daily routine look like? It depends, really. Right now, I wake up at the literal ass crack of dawn at fucking 6:30 in the morning. I get shit done. Then I'll end up like taking like a little nap through the day. Like fucking like an hour, like hour, 2 hours maybe. And then I'll I'll do non-trading related shit. I'll work on another business of mine, and then I'll usually hop on the charts. Like, I'll start looking at the charts around like 8, like probably around like 7:30. I'll open up the charts. I'll start looking at these, and then I hop on for Asia. We're going back to ATH after this peace deal announcement. Is there a peace deal announcement? Because earlier today that they were still fucking bombing each other. So like, is there a peace deal announcement or not? And I honestly don't believe it. If there is a peace deal announcement, I call bullshit. You wake up early even when not doing army stuff? Hell no, bro. I mean, I guess it depends what early is, though. Like, if I'm not doing army stuff, I'll hop on, or I'll wake up probably around like 8:30 instead of 6:30. So I sleep in a little bit longer because I won't go to sleep until like 12, 12:30, maybe even 1 sometimes. So, I need to get all the sleep I can get. Daily deal, yeah. At this point, yeah. Do you trade New York session? I do trade the New York session. I just haven't this week and last week because I've had to do army stuff like all week, every morning. So next week, starting next week, I won't have. I'm getting out. So, my 6 years are up. I'm out finally, and starting next week, New York will be back. So, like 2 weeks ago, I was doing both New York and Asia streams here on YouTube, and so we're gonna come back to doing those starting next week. New York and Asia streams both. You prefer trading Asia over New York? Is it because of army that you trade Asia? I don't. It's not that I prefer one over the other. I think Asia has its own place, and Asia is great, and New York has its own place, and New York is also great. But yeah, it's really mostly because of the army right now that for these last 2 weeks I've only really been able to trade more Asia. I was not active duty, no. I am in the army, yeah. Well, I am for the next like few days, yes. Iranian officials reject Trump's claim that Iran has approved the deal. Oh, really? So they huh? So it's fake news? When did you join the army? I joined 6 years ago, dude. Why? I really don't know why. I needed the money, bro. And I thought it would be fun, but it wasn't. Can you explain real quick what you're seeing on your chart? I did earlier in the stream, but I'm looking for a move lower here. I just don't like this daily candle. I think this needs to see the low because we do not have a manipulation leg under here. So I think we should go through the low, and then I would like to see upside from there. That's my ideal long, right? There might be an entry here, though, right here. We just tapped this bullish 15-minute gap. So if this gives like a nice entry, like I might be down with taking a small long. Trump talking to his imaginary friends again? Yeah, probably. Did you extend your military contract during your 4th year? No. I signed a 6-year contract. How much did you get from Army? I got a 20K sign-on bonus, but the 20K is taxed, so it's really like 17K, and they don't give it to you in a lump sum. They give you like 6K after you get out of boot camp. So after like 6 months, you get like 6K. So within your first year, at some point, you get your 6 grand. And then you get another chunk in like 3 years, and then you get another chunk in like 3 years. So it takes forever to get the money. But the initial like 6-7 grand that I got was a huge help. Health insurance, yeah, health insurance for sure. Pension you only get if you do 20 years. So I will not have a pension because I'm not doing 20 years. We all took this 4-hour CSD out of this weekly gap. We haven't gotten a 4-hour CSD out of the weekly gap. So yikes. You started trading around the same time you enlisted? No, I was trading before I enlisted. They really enticed you with the sign-on bonus? They did. I didn't use a lot of the benefits. Like, that's why I always tell people that it depends on your situation if it's going to benefit you or not. Because it didn't really benefit me now that, like, looking back at it. Because I didn't go to college. So, like, my GI Bill pretty much went to waste, right? So, like, I didn't really get the most out of it. What do you mean rent, bro? There's no rent in the army, dude. You stay in fucking barracks. If you're active duty, they just put your ass in a barracks with fucking, like, that's you stay in army housing, like, if you're active duty. Like, I don't fully know how it works when you're active duty. If you, like, buy a house or something, like, if you rent a house, yeah, you're gonna fucking pay rent, obviously. I got my 10K after OSA and then 10K split through the rest of my contracts, just like 1,200 a year after 6-year contract. I don't even know how mine went. Like, I don't even know if I've gotten the rest of my bonus yet. He has to be in the nasty guard with that full beard. Yeah, I was National Guard. Yep. Did you join the army to fund trading? Yeah, pretty much. But I was lied to in many, many ways, just like everybody else that joins the army for the most part. Like, I was told that I was going to get 20 grand, like, boom, just 20K deposited in my bank account as soon as I fucking get out of, as soon as I get out of basic. And that was just not the case at all. So, like, I'm getting out of basic. The whole time I'm there, I'm expecting, like, I'm in boot camp and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm going to get out of here with fucking 20 grand. I'm going to be over the PDT rule because at the time I was trading options. So I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to be over PDT rule. Like, it's going to be great. I can take unlimited day trades. This is going to be sick. 7 grand to the bank. I was like, yo, great. Like, what now? But yeah, I mean, it did help for sure. It did help because 7 grand, where else? I mean, I was a fucking, like, what was I even doing at the time? I was working at a fucking dealership as like a parts guy. Like, you know, it's going to take me fucking months to make 7 grand. It'll take me like 7 months to make 7 grand. You know, so still helped a lot. Is this a short? They make you bald? Yeah. Yeah. SMT indicator is called, here, I'll type it out. It's called SMT divergences V2 by out of options. That's the SMT indicator. It's a good indicator. This is probably the best one I've found so far. And then in the settings for it, right here in the settings, I turned on, I forget what I changed here. I'm pretty sure I turned on works in real time, and I'm pretty sure I also turned on faster detection. And that's it. Let's see. What's your move here, NASDAQ? What is your move? I mean, this rejection, like, didn't really go where I would have wanted it to go. We are now hitting this 15-minute balanced price range, this 15-minute BPR. So maybe a 1-minute buy model out of here. Let's see. Guys, if you don't know what time frame I'm on, just look to the bottom right. You'll see the exact time frame that I'm trading on. Bottom right. So I'm on the 1 minute. Right now I'm on the 1 minute. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between 15-minute and 1 minute right now. I'm the same page as you with that 20K. Got the same for active duty and thought the same thing. 20K. But yeah. Yeah, dude. Little did we know, bro. Little did we know. What was your rank in the service? So I'm an E4, which is specialist. To be honest, like when I first got in, I was like trying to make you know, I was trying to make E5 quickly. Like I was trying to do all the fucking gung ho shit. Like I was gonna go to like all the schools and shit and kind of just make the best out of the 6 years that I had. But I think unless you're like a different type of person, the army has its way of just draining the shit out of you, especially if you're like like I was infantry, right? Or I am infantry, so it has a way of draining the shit out of you within like I would say a year and a half to 2 years max, right? All the bullshit that you have to do. So yeah, after like my first like year and a half, I was like, yeah, fuck this. I don't even care. Like I'm not going to like the schools or anything. Like I was at that point, I just had made my decision that I'd probably just be getting out. It was super, super like, you know, just draining. This 15-minute isn't really bouncing. Like it's coming back through this range. You can tell how shitty it is. You guys want to see like how you can tell that market is ass? If we have a bearish FVG and then we inverse it to the upside, right? And then we get no delivery to any swing high. That's the swing high. So we have no delivery to the swing high. And then it comes back through a bullish FVG and it inverses that as well. That tells you, because then we have two gaps that have pretty much, prices respected neither of them, tells you that price inside of this range is ass. Okay, so this price right now, garbage inside of this range. I'm telling you, the best entries here are going to probably be down here. We could take some nice longs down here, back up, call it, right? Easy. Other than that, I'm really not interested in anything else. Look, this 15 minutes is about to get inversed. Right here. It's about to do it right now. And there it goes. Inversed. Right? So obviously, we can now infer that price is garbage. Right? Not worth touching here because of how ass it is. Okay? Very, very simple. And we wait for a better looking setup. Just wait for a better looking setup. Get a better looking setup. Take it. That's it. Right now, I'm hoping that it continues going down. Yeah, but like there's no telling. Like there's genuinely no telling here. You know? Do you ever short using 6 p.m. as draw on liquidity? If it's like, I would have been interested in shorting this inside of the range. I would have been interested. Like when we were pushing up to this 15-minute gap when it was still fresh, I wanted to short that, but we just went right through it. No sell model presented. We went right through and inversed it. So, you know. Range bound, you're zoomed in on the 15-minute a lot. Well, this is definitely a fair value gap. I don't know if you're like saying this is not a gap. I'm not zoomed in a lot. This is the entire daily range here. Like, are you saying this is not a gap? This is definitely a gap. This here is a gap back here, and then this here is a bullish gap that we just inversed. Both gaps. But yeah, it is definitely just very, very range bound right now. It's a tight gap, is it not? So this is the previous one that I have drawn out. This is the current bearish gap. So this is like a decent sized gap. I mean, this is how many points is this? It's like 30 points. The old double inverse reaper. Yeah, you know, I never really got into like, you know, weird ass shit like that. Like the fucking reaper fucking crazy, bro, some weird bullshit like this. I would not take a trade off of this. I'll look at this and be like, oh, look, this is just ass price action. Somebody will look at this and like, this might be an actual PDRA to them. Like they will be like, oh yeah, no, this is, I'll frame a trade off of this. I personally would never frame a trade off of this, but yeah, apparently they call this the fucking reaper. Like the fuck? I don't know. You have a long bias today before Trump candle? No, my bias all through today was short. That's why I didn't end up taking any trades in New York. So I took no trades in New York at all. I haven't taken any trades today, period. Because I had a short bias and clearly it was like just very, very bullish. So I just stayed away because, you know, if you have like a strong bias to one side and price is clearly doing the exact opposite, then, you know, being on the charts is only going to make you force trades. So, you know, that's why I just decided that it was better for me to stay away from the market today. So that's what I did. How's your TPTs looking? 2 of them are at the payout threshold. So 2 accounts are at 53.5K. So $1,500 payout each can be taken on those. I'm going to wait. And then the other 3 are still fresh 50Ks, have not touched them yet. Actually, one of them I blew last night doing the fucking degen stream, but I had 5 past evals, so one of them came in. So that's where those are at right now. Did you teach yourself how to trade or were you taught? I was self-taught for the most part, dude. I from like an early point in my career, I like was on social media just like everybody else, and I would take things from different strategies to try to form like something of my own and see what works for me. And eventually, you know, obviously I was able to find out about power of 3, and I, you know, did a lot of back testing, a lot of forward testing, and then I made a model around power of 3, and, you know, now we're here. It's my issue. Sometimes if I'm looking at the charts, I find a way to convince myself there's a good trade to be had. Yeah. Look, that's pretty much what I do, bro, is if I have a higher time frame bias and it's clear that my higher time frame bias is like a good bias, and there's no reason for me to switch, then I'll just stay off the charts, because I know that I can probably, you know, as a human being, you can probably find a way to convince yourself that there's a good setup when there really isn't. So, you know, I stay off the charts. I don't even look. That way I don't have to bother. Like I'll open the chart like every hour maybe, and I'll look to see what the market's doing. Oh, it's still going up. Okay, cool. Get the fuck off. Right. So this entire morning, dude, I would open up the chart. I'll go to the 5-minute. I'll show you guys what I was seeing. I would open up the chart. I would see, okay, we're pumping. Cool. I'm getting off. Then I would open up the chart in a little bit. Oh, we're dumping. Okay, cool. But no setup. So I'm getting off. Then we dumped a little bit more. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it's starting to bounce from the lows. So I'm getting off. Then a little bit later. Oh, we haven't even fucking moved. Cool. I'm getting off. It just went on and on and on and on until 1 p.m. And then we had the Trump news candle. And then it finally pumped. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, about time that it does that. But, you know, obviously no trade there for me. Not really interested in anything. Expecting sells till 1 hour gap, then buys. Yeah, as of right now, I would say I'm not going to sell here. I would like the market to go lower and into this hourly gap and then buys there. But yeah, for me, I don't think I'm going to have a trade inside of this range. to be quite honest. It's trading like shit inside of here. Like, this is some fucking ass. We should have already went lower. It's trading like absolute shit. And really for no apparent reason, because we don't have news or anything tomorrow. It's just decided to just trade like shit. It just fucking chose violence today. Yeah, right back up. Telling you guys, this is fucking garbage right now. This is really, really bad. I haven't seen it this bad in a while. Like, this is a really bad age recession. Blue 6 Lucid accounts on Friday use key code. First of all, W key code user. W code key user. Second of all, any giveaway soon? I've already hit up Lucid. Look, they're just airing me, bro, at this point. Like, they don't like me. Maybe not enough people are using fucking... Look at this. I have no response. So... I don't know. Let me tag this guy, bro. I'm gonna bother him now. I'm trying to get codes for you guys. Like, I can get Apex codes, no problem, but I'm trying to get Lucid codes as well, because I know a lot of you guys like Lucids. So, like, it really just depends on how many people use the code. Like, if you guys use if you guys use my code, I get more fucking codes. If you guys don't, then they tell me to fucking kick rocks. But I might just hit up Joe directly and be like, yo, bro, your guy's fucking ignoring me. This asshole. Nah, never mind. I'm not gonna say asshole, because he might be watching this. Leo, I fuck with you, Leo. We'll see. Let me have a talk to him for you. I'll get them codes. 600 watcher, barely any likes. What's up with that? Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie, you guys are hella slacking on the likes, and honestly, probably gonna end stream soon due to that. Do you think SpaceX IPO launch tomorrow is affecting PA? Maybe. It could be. It very well could be. Is there a valid strategy to keep banking above threshold and create a larger payout to avoid getting sent to live? I've requested 2 payouts, not huge, but keep hearing these stories. So the only way you instantly get sent to live is if you make over 10K in one day. If you make over 10K in one day, you get sent to live, okay? Now, let me preface this by saying that going live on TPT is not a bad thing, because TPT has one of the best live accounts structures in terms of payout rules and all the rules for their live account out in the market right now. So, you know, going live on TPT, not a bad thing, in my opinion. Now, if you want to, for whatever reason, still avoid going live, then just make less than 10K in one day. If you make less than 10K in one day, you'll be all right, bro. You and Tempo Trades related? Yo, bro, can people stop saying that, bro? I'm sorry, that guy's starting to piss me off. That guy, he really is low-key starting to piss me off. You know why? Because I bought a fucking GT3, and this guy, who already fucking unironically looks like me, fucking goes and buys the same car, just actually an older version of it. Now, he's hitting me up talking about, oh, how do you like the 720? I'm thinking about getting a 720. How about you fuck off, buddy? How about you not do that? You already look like me. Does he even look like... What does this guy look like, bro? Let me see. Hold on. Tempo trades. Let me see what he looks like, bro. I swear to God, if he doesn't... Bro. He does not look like me, bro. You guys just see some dude with fucking dark hair and like a bunch of facial hair and you're like, oh my God, that looks like you. This does not look like me, man. I mean, no hate to Tempo, but he does not look like me. We don't look alike, I don't think. That's you once his beard connects? No, bro. No. Twins? Yeah, you guys are rage baiting, bro. Sizzy, you're banned. You're banned, Sizzy. Enjoy the man, kid. I have hate for him, low-key. He keeps sending his trades into our Cobra chat, trying to tell everyone he also has a Discord. Yeah, so he has like a fucking inverse fair value gap Discord, like, which I really don't understand the inverse fair value gap Discords because they're just like dodgy students that all created a Discord. I don't know. They all create their own fucking Discords trading the same model. Anyways, yeah, he goes into like random people's Discords and fucking just sends his trades in there every single day, like to try to like push his Discord because he doesn't talk in anybody's Discord apart from that. He'll just come into my Discord. He like pays for premium. He paid for premium and like posts his trade and then that's it. That's all he posts. But it's very obvious that he's trying to like, you know, course farm. He's trying to Discord farm. I follow you on the gram and had no idea. W. I got a pair from Alpha. I requested yesterday. How long does it take to hit the bank? I used Wise. If you used Wise, it shouldn't take more than like 2 days. Called him out twice and he gets so mad. Yeah. Bro, you're trading on Top Step while sitting in the GT3. Yeah, that was back before Top Step was dog shit, bro. I used to trade Top Step. I literally used to publicly say here, Top Step used to be one of my top 3 firms. Anytime somebody would ask me, like, what's your favorite firms, Top Step would be in the top 3 every time. And then it became dog shit. He has a Lambo now from paid Discord. Who? Requested a payout today. Thank you. Let's go. Do Lucid payout, go to Wise, or direct to your bank account. You can pick. There's multiple different payout methods. I still trade Top Step. If you guys still trade Top Step, the only reason that could possibly be is either A, you're brainwashed into thinking that Top Step X platform is better than Tradeovate, or B, you haven't tried Lucid yet. Because anybody who tries Lucid will immediately switch off of fucking Top Step. That's what I think. Seen Shinobi on Lucid TV. Maybe you should do a show on there. I haven't traded my Lucids, bro. I have been just trading the Apex, and those are just to like minimum, just to fucking not get them, not blow them due to inactivity. But I've been focusing on these TPTs to trade here with you guys. So I haven't like, you know, I haven't taken any trades on Lucids to be able to get invited to Lucid TV. I'm going to sleep. Fuck this shit. Fair. I'm based in the UK. Which Lucid account do you recommend? I recommend... so I personally use the Lucid Flex. Did you do the Tradeify Cup? No. I was fucking trading these TPTs the same time that the Tradeify... Yeah, the TPT fundeds. While the Tradeify thing was going on. TBH Lucid Pros are great to get paid every 3 days. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Pro's great as well. I just think that the flexes are probably best bang for buck. Okay. It's like almost 11. I mean, this is like insane. We've done absolutely nothing. This is so shit. Guys, I'm like bidding. I'm bidding on this auction for this this Corvette. I'm trying to cop this. You guys want to see? Let me show you guys. Might as well, right? Since we're doing absolutely fucking nothing, might as well just show you my fucking... Show you the shit I'm trying to cop. Let me show you guys. Hold on. I'm trying to pull it up. I'm trying to pull it up, RN. Okay. Here, look, guys. Look. Yo, Peep TS. Pretty nice. C6 Z06. 28k miles. Yeah, I'm the high bidder right now on it, but we'll see if I can win this because this shit still has 15 hours left on it. But yeah, it's pretty clean. It's not bad. Low-key, these are like these are hella overpriced. So I really can't find one that's like under this car. To me, it really is not worth like over, I think, like 55 grand. So, you know, I'm taking my chances with this one. This one, like they have some issues, like they don't have the heads done. So you gotta get your head, you gotta get the heads done. So like the entire motor needs to come apart. And so I would have to do that with this car. So, you know, can't like be paying too much, you know. But yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get my hands on that and put a big cam in it. It kind of sounds like shit, though. The exhaust that this dude has on it, it sounds so bad. Hold on, wait. Let me play it. Nah, this part doesn't sound bad. This part sounds alright. But this part, the driving, like the decel, it sounds so disgusting. Listen. Ew! Yeah, sounds like fucking shit, dude. I don't know what the fuck is on that, but it sounds like ass. So that would need to get changed immediately. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I've had a Z06, that's not how it sounds. I know. Well, this one, dude, he's got, it says, what does it say? Long tube headers and aftermarket exhaust, so it doesn't have cats. But he doesn't know what exhaust and he doesn't know what headers. So I would just put different headers on it and a whole different exhaust because this shit sounds like fucking ass. I've never heard a Z06 sound that bad in my entire life before. So, yeah. He sucks at driving. No, it's just decel. Like he's just he's just letting off. That's it. That's how it sounds. Cam it? I will, bro. 2008. Why does this car cost so much? It says Z06, bro. That's why. In 2 years, it's gonna be a 20-year-old Chevy. Yep, and it'll still be a Z06. Yeah, market is not doing shit, dude. Market is not doing shit. No way people hating on the C6. And people don't really know about the C6. That's the thing. So people are going to hate on it. They don't know ball, bro. Most people don't know ball. Unfortunately. It's unfortunate that most people do not know ball. C6ZR1, yeah, bro, that would be cool, except those are still going for like almost 100 grand, which, you know, I just don't feel like spending 100K on a C6. Maybe later, but you know, definitely not right now. I have too many cars to justify another $100,000 car, bro. Like my, you know, I'm okay with just E92 would slap the Z06. Yeah, but an E92 doesn't chop like a fucking LS, bro. Come on. I like JDM American. I know I like JDM too, bro. And you know what I was looking for? I was looking for an S15, like a JDM S15. There's also Cars and Bids is also running a R32 GTR as well. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I think I would take the C... As of right now, I would take the C6 over the S15. But eventually, I will have an S15 too. I've always had JDM cars, bro. Like, I came from having Japanese cars. So now it's like... You know, like, this is what happens, bro. Like, everybody likes JDM cars. And then you, like... You know, as you level up and, like, you get a little bit of money and shit, then you start getting, like, into... German cars and then exotics, and like that's how it goes. So like I haven't touched a JDM car in a while, so I'm kind of itching for another one. Pieces are so mean. Personally, my favorite vet. I know, bro. Me too. You can make it chop, bro. Yeah, but like, dude, I've had enough BMWs, bro. Like I don't really. I mean, E92s are cool, but I'll be honest, like I don't really care to get an E92. I want another EK hatch. Bro, the thing with this, with like any Civic for me is if I was to get a Civic, I would dump way too much money into it and I would fucking make it like it wouldn't be like a street car anymore. I would just make it stupid fucking fast. What do you think of the F90 M5? I had one. I had an F90 M5. Hold on, let me pull up my F90. I'll show you guys my F90. I think I've shown it before. This was my F90. Great car. I loved it, but the engine on this is like the rods really are like the weak point. Like it's a sketchy motor, dude. Kind of sketchy. Very sketchy motor. I'll show you guys. Yo, look. I'll show you guys like when I was at JDM guy. It wasn't even like I low-key like when I was into like Japanese cars, I low-key did not have like money to be able to like fucking mod a car or do any of that. So it was just you know, like the simplest shit that I could do is what I did. But look, I'll show you guys. I had this. This was my 350Z. I had a 350Z and I got it. I just dumped it. I got it from like some old guy. Never like got modded in his entire life, like nothing. And then I immediately, bro, I just ruined it. I dumped it on his nuts. Look. I just dumped it on his nuts. And then I had this. This was my E36. I had an E36. I put this fucking body kit on it. I couldn't even fucking afford to get this shit painted, bro. So I couldn't do anything to this. I also just dumped this to the ground and did absolutely nothing else. What else? Yeah, right here. Here's like another shot of the E36. Again, like I couldn't do shit to this thing. Didn't have the money on. This was the only car I really like was able to do something to, and this was my my WRX. Like I actually like did something to this right here. So like I actually like lowered it. I put it on wheels and like, you know, like it looked like fucking decent. It looked half decent. Look, it didn't look that bad. It was all right. And then what did I get after that? What else did I had an FRS as well. And then I got my M3. This is my M3. I got this. Do you like the 1 hour Wixie? Maybe. Like low-key, not even. I had this. That was my M3. I had a 340 before that, but I didn't really do anything to that. On my M3, then I had an M4, then I had an M5, then I had the GT3, and then now the 720. Oh, I skipped over my other F80 too. I skipped over this F80. Completely skipped over this bit. And then I also low-key just skipped over my Raptor too. This is my Rap Tizzy. This is my daily. My daily is my Raptor. And then of course we have fucking Big Bertha over here. This shit is in Atlanta right now. Because it actually broke and the engine needs to get dropped for the repair. So I had to ship it to fucking Atlanta. So like a trailer got sent over here. It's sitting in Atlanta at the shop right now. It's going to get fixed hopefully soon, and then it's going to get sent back to me. So I don't have the McLaren right now. And my F80 should be done this week. My F80 should be done. I'm gonna like upload a vlog on my F80 because it just got single turboed, and so that's gonna be sick. But hopefully I pick that up this weekend, and then I'll have like a fun car again at least, so I can scratch my itch. I'm needing a fun car. You ever looked into Aston Martins? There are some Aston Martins that I like a lot, but I just I don't think I would buy one. Damn, was this trading money or like your sale job money? Bro, I didn't do the last time I did sales was when I had, what car did I have? It was my 340. So as soon as I got my first F80, so my white F80, when I got that, I was no longer doing sales anymore. What turbo kit on the F80? It's a Euroway top mount kit. So it's the top mount kit where you don't need to cut the fucking brace, the strut brace. You don't need to cut it, because the ones where you need to cut it are hella janky. I don't like them. So there's really only a few kits. I think there's 2 kits where you don't have to cut it. First is Vargas. Vargas is out of stock. It's back ordered for God knows how long. And then Euroway is the one that I went with. So we'll see. I mean, I haven't driven it yet, but when I get to drive it, I'll tell you how it is. BMW wagons go crazy. Loving the cars, brother. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. This guy here, should I not be in a short from Daily Wixie? No, you can. I'm just not, Edward. I'm not in anything right now. I think they should go to the daily low, but you need a Lexus GSF to that collection so you have something that don't break. You know, I think like things breaking and you having to fix things is kind of like part of just being into cars. If I wanted something that was never going to break, you know what I would get? I would go get a fucking Tesla. That's what I would get. Or actually, dude, my Raptor's really reliable. Like my Raptor hasn't broken yet. And bro, I sent this bitch flying when I was off-roading the other day. Not the other day, but like a few weeks ago. It was literally in the air, and it just doesn't break. So Subaru, I've had 2 Subarus in my life. I had a WRX, and then I had a Forester. Okay, like an older Forester. And the Forester, it skipped timing, so that shit got completely cooked. And my WRX, it got rod knock when it was completely stock. Like bone stock WRX got rod knock. So fucking garbage ass fucking cars, bro. I personally could never buy a fucking Subaru again. Need to see pics of that. What the Raptor flying? Here, look. You can see in this. This is like the thumbnail of the reel, but look. You can kind of see it's like in the air a little. It's like in the air here. It wasn't like fully in the air, but it was in the air for sure. My mom has always had one. The accent never gave problems, but she goes to the dealership for oil change. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of Subarus, bro. Not anymore. Thoughts on the electric Ferrari? That shit's gay, dude. But like, I don't think they make those cars to sell them either, you know? Like, you think Ferrari is... Listen, with the heritage of Ferrari, I think the people at Ferrari are smart enough. Like, imagine how many people that Ferrari Luce or Luce, whatever, had to go through. And you think everybody was like, oh yeah, no, that's a great fucking car. Like, we should totally put that out. No, they do that shit on purpose because my theory is like, they're not trying to sell that. Like, they don't want to sell that. So they just make some ugly bullshit so people just don't fucking buy it. But like that, they have to make it due to regulations, like, unfortunately. How much is an F80? They're a lot right now. The market went up. I mean, you could probably get a super clean one for like high 50s, low 60s. You could get a decent one for like probably like somewhere in the 50K, 50-ish Ks. I passed 4x 25k TPTs and tomorrow at 12:05 a.m. was going to be GG's if I had to make 450. Why was it going to be GG's? The Raptor's dope. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I love the Raptor, dude. I love my Raptor. I need Mark 5 Supra. Mark 5 Supras are nice too. I like those as well. Join Premium. Any thoughts on where to start? Lots of information here. If you join Premium, a good place to start is going to be the Start Here channel. So in the Discord, you're going to see a channel all the way up top. It says Start Here. There's 2 courses. Go through both of the courses. That is the best place for you to start. And then as you're going through the courses, there's going to be questions that the website asks you. There's like questions and like charts and everything. If you have any additional questions, make sure that you ask in the Cobra's Den chat, because everybody is more than helpful, super active, like honestly the best community in the fucking world. And you know, we will all collectively help each other out. So mad right now. Got my Apex funding account today. Was up 200 and then hit DLL. How the hell did you hit DLL, dude? Thoughts on Tacomas? They're all right. The new ones are nice. The new ones are fire. Because it was my renewal. Oh, it was because of renewal. Damn. I looked up F80. Thought you started talking about No. I'm not talking about the Ferrari F80. For Ferrari, we were talking about the Ferrari Luce or Luce, I think it is. It's the electric Ferrari that they just came out with. Garbage. Thought on Forerunners. They're cool. Forerunners are cool. Just tune back in. We still in this bloody range? Yep, still in this range. I'm gonna call it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm literally just over here just vibing at this point. But I'm definitely gonna call it soon because yeah, this is ass. Yeah, this is not even worth, like, even, I'm not gonna lie, this shit is dead ass not even worth watching. I know it's basic, but a car I want to get after saving up are the new Honda Civic Sports. Daily traffic were very clean. Nah, bro, the new Honda Civic Sports, yo, you know what I find really clean? That the new Honda Civics are fire, but the new Honda Accords are actually sick too. Very, very clean cars, bro. Honda definitely stepped up their game. There's like the new Hondas look fire. The new Hondas look really, really nice. Thanks for the car talk, bro. You the goat. Thanks, dude. Mark 4 or Mark 5 for Supra, bro. 100% the Mark 4. 100% Mark 4. Yo, the new CRVs. Wait, hold on. Is it the new CRV or the new HR? It's like some Honda SUV. I think it's a HRV, but it looks like a Urus from the front. Like it straight up looks like a Urus, right? Like you guys know what I'm talking about? Fuck, what's the name of the Honda SUV that looks exactly like a Urus from the front? Yeah, it is the HRV. Bro, dude, this shit straight up looks like a fucking Urus from the front. Look, hold on. We're gonna put them side by side, all right? I'm trying to find a picture from the same angle. Come on. Bro. That ass, the same thing. Literally the same thing, bro. This is straight up the same thing. The Buick? Wait, what? Buick Envision. Oh, yeah, this too, kind of. Yeah, this for sure, kind of. But I think the HRV a little bit more. Have you had an M5? I have had an M5, yeah. I had an F90 M5. Mach-E Mustang. What's up, GK? Gotta be the Avenir. Yeah, it is. Oh. I see the difference between the regular one and the Avenir one, I guess. Ever considered an M8? Nah, I took the M5 over the M8. It's the same car. M5, M8, same exact car, same exact motor. It's literally the same thing. It's M8 is just a coupe M5. That's all it is. But I just like the styling on the M5 a little bit better. M5 is just a classic, bro. Are you still attending your military job in the New York session? Yeah, I am. Tomorrow's going to be my last day. Ever think of upgrading to the Raptor R? I drive it too much, dude. So probably not the most, probably not the smartest move. I really don't have a use for a Raptor R, bro. Besides it just being sick. Only thing with them expensive cars, they make the model for 10 years straight. So yours, yeah, true. What's the difference between ASPA and BPR here? It's still ASPA because it's still inside of the range. So it doesn't matter if there's a BPR or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's still ASPA. Regardless. Look, bro. How many times does this need to happen for you guys to see that this is ASPA, right? So look, bearish 15-minute fair value gap gets inversed. What do we expect? We expect upside now, right? What happens? Comes back through and re-inverses it to the downside, right? We have this bearish, or we have this bullish 15-minute gap. So we inverse the bullish 15-minute gap to the downside. What do we expect now? Downside probably, right? What happens? Fucking inverses it to the upside. And then re-inverses it back again to the downside. Come on, bruv. Close this shit, bro. Close it out. Close it out. Wrap it up. Wrap this shit the fuck up. There's no trade here, guys. Yeah, the Bumblebee or whatever. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The new trucks that that Dodge came out with. I have seen them. Yeah, this is it's not worth it. I'm telling you guys, I promise you, it's not worth touching this. If anything, just wait till New York AM. There's no reason, like realistically, there's no reason why tomorrow shouldn't move tomorrow morning. It should move. We should get some decent movement tomorrow. Between tomorrow and Friday. I would be de-risk Friday, but tomorrow I do want to take a nice trade during New York. So, you know, just wait for New York. Don't waste your capital here. Don't go into drawdown here in Asia, right? Save it. Wait till, wait. Oh, tomorrow's Friday. Oh, shit. Whatever. Sorry. Anyways, so yeah, there should be a move here tomorrow. I think it should probably, I think it should take these overnight and then go higher. It's going to be my guess, right? Unless it's genuinely just going to reject this, which I would prefer. I would prefer for a rejection here because when I mapped out the weekly profile for you guys early this week, I talked to you guys about two higher time frame PD arrays that I was interested in particularly, right? The first one was this daily gap here, right? So like if we include the daily volume imbalance, we already hit it, right? So this would be the first area, right? I have a level inside of that daily fair value gap. And then the second area the one that I'm interested in mostly is going to be the monthly fair value gap down here. This is what I like the most. Okay. So hopefully we can continue lower and see that monthly fair value gap. And then, you know, I can get some really nice longs from there. Otherwise, I think if we break above this current weekly high, this goes all-time highs. Right? So any move over 29,800s, it's going all-time highs. It's very, very simple. So if this has any chance of delivering lower into that monthly gap or just getting closer to like 27,000s, we need to respect this daily high that we just put in today. And then we need to pretty much expand lower through tomorrow. And potentially next week, we could open up into this monthly fair value gap and then get a move higher, right? But yeah, moral of the story, the bearish bias for me will stay intact until we break above the current weekly high, which is Tuesday's high, right? It's 29,847. If we break above 29,847, all-time highs is where this thing is going. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on this market here. Other than that, I really do not care to trade this, and I am now going to be popping off. So no stream tomorrow morning, right? Tomorrow's the last day that there will be no New York AM stream. As of next week, New York AM streams are coming back. So we will be live for New York AM next week. So I will see you guys then. Have an amazing rest of your guys' night, guys. Have a great weekend, because I won't be live tomorrow, obviously. So have a great weekend. Love you all. I'll see you guys next week. Be safe. Peace.